Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. It's a glorious morning out here this morning. We had a set of twins yesterday morning. We had another set of twins yesterday evening. And I'm just going to go look for Penelope over here, because she will be the last one. She's the last ewe to lamb this season. And it's kind of a colloquial thing that says the first ewe and the last ewe to lamb in any lambing season are generally your best. Sometimes we found that's not necessarily true, because the last one might lamb 6 or 8 weeks after the rest of the crowd, because maybe they didn't catch. But if you can lamb today, tomorrow, that'll be, we have a very compressed lambing season, which is good. It's nice. Get it out of the way. Got our 2 bottle lambs here, Bottle and Tag. Tag unfortunately ripped his tag out of his ear. Not sure where that ended up to, but anyways, there'll be no mistaken Tag, because he'll have a big scab where his tag used to be. But they always come running anyways, so we never lose them. There's not much coming in for grass here yet in the pasture, but the girls are kind of cleaning up some of the remnants from last year. Kind of dethatching, I guess you could say. And then, oh, there's Penelope over there. Let's go take a look, Charlotte. Yeah, they'll get it all dethatched, and then we'll pull them off of here, put them down by the dugout, and allow this to recover. You good? Yeah, so Penelope's just over here, still wide as a barrel, hasn't dropped in the hips yet at all. He's a little loose in the back end, so I'm gonna say she's got a day or 2 left at least. Anyway, with checks done, we're gonna run back in the barn, get the box out, and then see about tagging and banding those 4 lambs from yesterday. You're running quite the rickshaw there. We'll get them tagged and banded and out, and they can enjoy some sunshine today while it's a nice day. And then I think after that we're gonna run up. We've got a big compost pile here. I was digging out kind of around the hay feeder and stuff, all the waste hay, and I piled it up there last weekend. I'm gonna go over there and see if I can stick my hand in and burn my fingers. See how hot it's getting. I can see it steaming from here actually. So that's gonna make a really nice rich compost for the garden. Got everybody tagged and banded there this morning. We went in, had a Crooked Creek donut. I picked up some of those yesterday from the truck. They always park over by the Canadian Tire and print money over there. So grab some, bring home for the family. And then after that, loaded up the side-by-side. I think we're gonna head over to Rio Grande, go see about cutting some trees, making some access for 1/4 of land out there. My mama's just on her way back home from getting her nails done in Grand Prairie, the Zanson, other side of Grand Prairie. So me and the girls here, we're gonna get our baby lambs fed up, and then we better go look at this compost pile like I promised. We had 2 pounds of ground beef out last couple days, kind of thinking like, whoa, what can we do with it? And the wife said this morning, she said, oh well, I can just make a meatloaf, that's the easiest thing to do. Basically take that pound of meat and put it in a loaf pan and cook it and turn it. Well, yeah, pretty uninteresting. So I was like, no, let's make some hamburger patties. So she whipped up an egg, some breadcrumbs, a couple of spices, and pressed them into some patties, chucked them in the freezer for a couple hours. So I'm gonna load them up. I think we're gonna take them with us to Rio Grande, and after we get our trees cut down, we'll have some homemade hamburgers. It'll be a good time. I'm very excited. Kind of funny, I tagged and banded everybody this morning, kicked open the barn door and said, be away with you, go frolic in the sunshine. But Louise actually come back in here with her babies this morning, so if she needs a moment, she can have a moment. The barn's a space. If you need a safe space, come and have a safe space. So that's fine too. Those lambs are both pretty small. Actually, what was the other one? Bonnie. Her lambs are really small too, but they're first years, right? So that's not to be, there's no surprise there that those lambs are small. Actually, I was just surprised that they were twins. I was kind of expecting singles out of both of those ones, but we only got Penelope left. She's the only one, and she looks like she could be carrying quads, but I think she's just a big old heifer is what she is. I think she's just spent a little extra time at the trough, so half of that's probably just her. Here, Charlotte, feed yours. Get yours in there. There you go. Oh, Tag ripped his tag out. Got a bit of a sore ear there. Hey, Finn. Look behind you. You got some cows. What do you got going on there, Charlotte? You're making him work for it.
He wants me to feed him.
You better pick it up a little higher, okay? Pick it up a little higher. There you go. It's not so hard for him then. Finn, you got your cows? Yeah? They're trying to eat your wagon.
Yeah.
Say, I eat hamburgers. Hamburgers don't eat me. So this is our pile of old waste hay and manure that I got stacked up from over by the feeder there. We just used the tractor to pile it all up. And this is going to formulate the basis for the compost, then goes over to the garden next year. So I just want to have a little closer look at it with you. So you can see that now that it's warming up, this is just absolutely teeming with life. And this is, of course, little flies. They're going to come in and lay a bunch of eggs. But when we dig in here a little ways, we don't have to go in very far. And whew, you almost want to burn your fingers. Well, you don't want to burn your fingers, but you're gonna. But it is steamy in there. Whew, hot, hot, hot. So now that the weather's warming up, the flies are coming in. They're all gonna lay some larvae in there. I'll come in with the big grapple and I'm gonna grab a whole pile stack of this, big like that. And I'll take it over to the chickens. And the chickens are gonna dig through that. And the chickens are gonna turn the compost for me, is the theory here, right? Chickens will turn the compost for me. They're gonna eat the fly larvae, right? So you got all this manure load, right? Concentrated, massive amount of flies. That could really be a pest, right? It could really bother the animals. But I can turn the chickens loose on it. It provides a great, an absolutely fantastic nutrients source, protein source for the chickens. The chickens will sing for their supper, quite literally. And turn the compost pile, aerate the compost pile, and keep it warm, keep it aerated. And then next year, we'll come back with the grapple, and we'll flip it all into the garden, and it's going to grow more groceries. Are you the king of the castle?
Not yet. Gonna be soon.
Nice cowgirl boots. Cowgirl boots and camo. All right, what are you?
I'm the king of the castle. You're the dirty rascal.
So that's the compost pile I promised. We're gonna run back up to the shop here now and get a couple of batteries for the chainsaw. Yes, for the chainsaw. I did a video on this. I want to say it's right around Christmas time actually. I got a DeWalt 20 volt cordless chainsaw. So for clearing the trees today, that's what I'm going to take with us. That and a bit of bar oil, 2 batteries. Let's see if we can't put the thing to work. Well, we're back from Rio Grande here. Got all our brush cleared, and I just got to get my gloves here. Both rams are out right now, so that's the challenge. And the fence we got them in right now is only 4 feet high, and of course there's not really any good grass in there. And the wind's been blowing out of the east, so of course what's to the east is all the ladies, so they have some interest over there. So tomorrow I might just have to bite the bullet and put them down at the bottom of the hill, which means I'll have a little bit of prep work to do there, but not too terrible much. But for now I'm gonna get a bucket and get them back where they're supposed to be. I also got to get the side-by-side unloaded off the car hauler tonight, and because tomorrow I got to go get a bag of grain from my buddy Robin over at Bloom Enterprises. But yeah, sure is kind of a handy trailer. I do have some work to do to it. I got some lights I got to fix. But oh, here's the fellas right there. Come on, fellas. I got nothing in my bucket, but they don't know that. Come on, fellas. We'll go back to bed here. Come on. once they get these two brutes locked up again, I gotta mix up some milk, go feed them 2 bottle lambs, and then run a bucket of grain over to the chickens, fetch up the eggs, and then I think I can probably get away with just getting a cup of tea. Go on with you. Get. You, mister. You were not supposed to be here. Checking out the ladies, eh? You're supposed to be way over there. But because of this, tomorrow, you're gonna be way down there. All right, so the rams are all penned up where they're supposed to be. And I left them a bucket of grain there. So appeal to, you gotta appeal to one of two things, either to their bellies or to their balls. And certainly I'm not gonna go for the latter. So I'll appeal to their belly. And I'm just in the back of the workshop looking for a pair of lynch pins. I think I had a set of lynch pins here. If you don't know what a lynch pin is, it's just ask your finger. And it's one of those things that will snap closed real hard on your finger. But you use them to keep things in place. And on the way back from Rio Grande today, we seem to have lost 2 of the pins that held the flaps in that keep the ramps for the trailer in position. So now I'm going through every single drawer because of course nothing's labeled in here until I can hopefully find some lynch pins that I swear we had some, but maybe we don't. Looks like we don't. Well, I do have a couple other tickle trunks. I got one little set of sliding drawers over there, and then in here I might have some magic too. I think I'm in luck. Yes, right there. 4-piece Power Fist must have been on sale. Picked up a 4-pack, so I'll get a couple of those popped out, get them in the trailer, and then I don't lose the ramps unexpectedly. There's 1. Boom. There's 2. Boom. You see how that give your finger a bad time if you weren't paying attention. Anyways, that's the trailer ready to go for tomorrow. So all I gotta do is just whip around and go over to Bloom Enterprises and pick up a bag of grain. I felt kind of bad because it's a busy season for him. He's been making more feed than I think he's ever made in the last 10 years. So you always feel bad, like, oh, can you make it just one more bag for me? But actually he had a lady that ordered a custom bag and then never picked it up, which I can't imagine ever being that person. That's rude beyond compare. I think, to actually ask somebody to custom blend you a bag of grain and then just never show up for it. But anyways, their loss is our gain. So if they don't have the time to show up for it, I certainly do. So I'm gonna go pick that up tomorrow. That'll be 2,200 pounds. And then we're gonna pick up some sunflower seed as well. Sunflower seed, of course, is high in fat, high in protein, high in a whole pile of vitamins. So, and we're pretty non-discriminate in who we feed that mixture to, right? We feed it to the chickens, we feed it to the sheep, we'll feed it to the cows, we'll feed it to the pigs, we'll feed it to the donkeys. Or it doesn't matter really. Anybody can have it. There's no mineral in it, right? So there's nothing that is breed specific, and that actually works really good for us. Anyways, I'm not really sure what time of day it is. I think it's, oh boy, it's got to be closing in on 10 o'clock at night. I can't believe it. There's still a hint of daylight out. That's how spoiled we are being this far north. And it won't be long. It won't be long until it's May, and then it won't be long until it's June, and then the days will start going the other way again, and we'll be all sad faces. But anyways, glad we had such a long day and we're able to get so much done. And now it's time for a cup of tea. So I'll let you go for now. I hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.